Israel-Iran war news now. International law is declining in the wake of Israel-Iran strikes. The Vienna Conventions, which establish safeguards for diplomatic missions and their personnel, are among the most universally respected standards of international law. Still, international standards are getting a battering, as the past 7 months of hostilities between Hamas and Israel have shown. On April 2, Israel attacked an Iranian diplomatic office in Damascus. Here, the long-awaited tit-for-tat firefight that raged through April between Iran and Israel shows why basic norms, such as safeguards for diplomatic premises, are vital for avoiding a quick spiral into unchecked total war. International legislation and customary international law specify the rules of the road in this regard, and even the worst foes must obey them. The Vienna Conventions on Diplomatic Relations, 1961, and the Vienna Conventions on Consular Relations, 1963, both lay out the ground principles for diplomatic positions and operations. At the heart of these treaties are articles that define security. They guarantee that diplomatic missions can carry out their duties without fear of reprisal in the form of arrest, disappearance, or death. The goal of all states is to secure the protection of their population, therefore promoting state interests. As a result, these norms help to establish a legal system that is mutually reinforcing. As stated in Article 22 of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, the premises of the mission should be inviolable. Additionally, the receiving state is under a special duty to take all required means to secure the premises of the mission against any entry or damage and to avoid any disturbance of the peace of the mission or degradation of its dignity. The Vienna Convention on Consular Relations restates these points in Article 31. The value of saffron exported by Iran to 55 countries is $207 million. Ruhul Al-Atifai announced on Saturday that the product's value had dropped by 15.7%, even though shipments had increased in weight and prices had gone up on both domestic and international markets. Adding to this, he mentioned that in 1402, 22% of Iran's saffron exports were of packing less than 30 grams, a significant increase from 15.5% in 1401. He mentioned that the following countries are the top buyers of saffron: the UAE, 67,120 kilograms, China, 49,200 kilograms, Spain, 43,820 kilograms, Afghanistan, 21,716 kilograms, a growth of 198%, Qatar, 5,774 kilograms, Italy, 5,604 kilograms, Kuwait, 3,301 kilograms, Oman, 2,993 kilograms, Bahrain, 2,683 kilograms, and France, 2,433 kilograms. One of Iran's most valuable exports is saffron. By reducing regulations for exporters, the government hopes to boost exports of the spice abroad. Associated Press in Dubai, UAE, officials in Iran said on Saturday that hardliners had won a majority of the remaining seats in a runoff election, giving them complete control of parliament. However, they did not disclose any information regarding the turnout. The Associated Press reports that, along with the March result, hardliners now control 233 out of 290 members in Iran's parliament. Some extremists want to see further Islamic Sharia-based social and cultural regulations imposed, such as the public wearing of the Islamic veil by women. The West, and the U.S. in particular, is the object of their animosity. Most political parties did not allow reformists, or those who advocated for a change in the country's leadership, to run for office. Those who advocated for significant changes or who wanted to leave Iran's theocratic system either couldn't run for office or didn't bother to register. After the polls closed late on Friday, the counting of votes started the following day, and the election administration announced the results the following day. Without providing any further details, Interior Minister Ahmad Vahidi stated on Saturday that there was excellent participation in the poll. He asserted that the majority of elected officials had received a relatively good and acceptable amount of votes. A constitutional monitor must approve the outcome. You can anticipate it next week. As of May 27, the incoming legislature will get down to business. This ad is just the beginning of the article. When it comes to determining the yearly budget and other significant measures, Iran's parliament can put more pressure on the administration, but it still plays a secondary role in managing the country. When it comes to major state problems, the ultimate decision rests with Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The March election was the lowest turnout since the 1979 Islamic Revolution, which installed Islamists to power, with 25 million ballots cast, or slightly under 41%.